Hello everyone, this is Mr. CTIL here. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to vacuum form an object in the Clean Technology Innovation Lab. Vacuum forming is taking a 3D object and thermoplasting a sheet of plastic on top and bringing it down over that 3D object, and it will create a mold in seconds. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to access the vacuum former here. It's underneath workbench number 4. We're going to place it up onto the workbench here. The first step is to make sure that the vacuum former is plugged in. There should be a white extension cord all the way over here on the right side of the bench. So we're going to plug the vacuum former in first. Now you notice there's a plug and a hose behind the vacuum former. The first plug is going to go into the back of the vacuum former. This is the actual, and do a little dance if you want to, is for the vacuum, and the hose is for connecting the vacuum suction. Next, we're going to want to turn the vacuum former on all the way to 6, and you'll notice a little blinking light. At this point, we do want to make sure the vacuum is in the on position. So the switch should be kind of up, as you can see here. If it's not, you do want to push it up like that. Just double check and make sure that's the case. Next, we're going to go over and we're going to find the vacuum forming sheet. There is a drawer labeled vacuum forming sheet here, and it's a clear plastic piece, just like this. And once you have that, you can kind of walk back over to the vacuum forming station. Now, the vacuum forming sheet has a peel on it, and you need to remove this little plastic sheet. It just keeps the sheet from deforming. If you do not remove this, the whole vacuum forming process will not work. Next, we're going to take the sheet and the vacuum former. You're going to lift up the top tray, and it will lock into position here. You're going to put the vacuum forming sheet very closely centered in the middle, and then you're going to push this top piece back down over it, and then make sure both of the clips on the right and the left side are going to be completely clipped into place. At this point, you can lift the entire tray, both of them up, and again, it will get into like a locked position. Now we're going to place our 3D object, make sure that it is pre-approved, and we're going to do a 4-minute countdown. After 4 minutes, it should start to bubble like this, and at this point, you are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and slam it down over your object. The vacuum will turn on, and after a couple seconds, the plastic will start to cool down. We're going to lift this top tray up. That will remove the actual object and your 3D mold. And at this point, we can take the object out of the mold. Some of them are much more difficult than this one. We're just doing a chocolate bar in this example. Next, we're going to clean it up. So we want to make sure that we are unplugging the machine. You're going to unplug both of the vacuum hose and the vacuum power. We're going to wrap and make sure that the hoses are all the way back down into the workbench so they're not in the way of other people. Now we're going to wrap this cord and the vacuum former kind of together, and we're going to place it back underneath the bench where it came from, right next to the vacuum here. It is a little heavy, so make sure that you're being careful with the machine. If you need another hand, you can always ask somebody in the lab, and make sure that cord is kind of tucked away for us as well. So there you have it. You have a mold now of whatever 3D object that you chose. Again, the actual object needs to be pre-approved before you make a mold of it. And at this point, you have many different options in the lab, and you can find resources on the Google Classroom about what you can do next. Good luck.